What's going on, people? This is Harry, founder of the Build Your Brand group on Facebook, Lions Pack Sellers Group here on YouTube. And today I wanted to make a video that I've been contemplating for a long time, but some of the subject matter has been brought out. One of my subscribers actually sent me a very long email, and it wasn't 100% a question. This person was trying to relate to me. There was some questions in there, but I feel like they basically talked to me about some of the reasons why they were emailing me and some of the things that were going on in their lives. And I think that it's extremely important that I make this video. And I'm going to warn you guys that this video is going to be very controversial. So be aware of that. But I'm going to talk about something that I think is very factual and is very true. So please, beware of that. I might lose some subscribers, but I've been contemplating this for a while, and I feel like because I'm not the kind of person who's sponsored by some corporation, I actually have the freedom and liberty to do or say what I want to say and reach out to the people that I feel like I need to reach out to. And lately, I've been getting a lot of feedback from people that I feel need me more than some of the people that may brush up on my YouTube channel by accident and possibly just are curious about me and maybe want to check out a few videos to pass up some time. But I want to get to those diehard, hey, listen, I need your information, man. Please help me change my life. Your videos are very informative. Hit me with that truth. Get down deep. Hit me with that core message. Make it hit my chest. Deliver me with that flyness. Give me everything I need right now to know what's going on so I can empower myself. I need those people to and if you stumbled upon this channel and you're one of those people, hurry up and subscribe really quick and get on the board with the train that's going to be taking off and is going to be going very far. So anyway, I want to talk about something that's real, and I'm just going to dive right into it. First and foremost, I want to say this, all right? When you're young, life is really a game from the time you start, right? Life is a game. And then you start getting older, and it's like a war, all right? You're at war. Some people don't know they're at war, and you'll get reminders that you're at war. Like every once in a while, a bill will come in the mail that you can't pay. Or you'll be driving and you'll be pulled over and given a ticket. Now you got to pay. Or something else comes up. Something will happen that you're not prepared for, and it will knock you off your seat. It will knock you off your blocker. You'll continuously bump into situations, sometimes, not everybody, that will knock you off your block because you weren't prepared for it, you weren't ready for it. Not even just financially, emotionally, mentally. You didn't have the warrior spirit. You didn't have the warrior heart. You didn't have the strength and endurance to do what is necessary in order to prepare yourself for the unusual as well as the usual. And then there's circumstances, and then there's non-circumstances that also knock you off your block. And some people just can't focus hard enough to understand the difference between what's going on with me right now and where I need to be. And whole life is just this big roller coaster, doubting yourself and going into a turtle shell. Some people live in a turtle shell because every time they try to do something, life is always hacking at them, and the only safe place is to go in that shell and not to try to do anything. So let me just hit some of you people with this realness. And listen, if you're offended already, please get away from the channel. Stop watching this video. I don't need no negative attention or that's wrong and what about this, what about that. You can comment if you have some issues with what I'm saying, but please do not, start your crap, because I'm just going to talk about reality here. Let me just get into this, all right? First of all, if you are poor, if you were born poor, all right, you are practically, literally born into slavery. In this society that we're in, especially if you're in the U.S., if you were poor, you were born into slavery, all right? And your first worst enemies in this world, especially if they're not preparing you for what you need to go through, are your parents. I know some people are going to be disagreeing with what I'm saying in this video, but I want you guys to, if you're open-minded enough for truth, I want you to look at certain situations where in this world, in this country, certain parents are just not fit for their children. And then I want you to take it up a notch. Think about the ones that cosmetically look good. Maybe they live in a nice apartment or a house and, you know, they just don't have the right features to prepare you for what's real, you know, and basically, you know, they didn't invest in you or invest in themselves enough and have the confidence and drive to put you into the next level, including themselves in the next level so they can provide for you better. And this is just the reality of how the world works. A lot of people don't get it. You wake up in the morning, you're an adult, and you're going off to work, and circumstance after circumstance keeps happening. You get called into the office because you're not doing a good job at your job, okay, at your place of business or your work, and you're just this close to getting fired and you have no savings. And now you're like a little turtle. You run into that little shell. And then all of a sudden, because you're pissed, you're in traffic, you're trying to get around people, you're always angry, you drive chaotic, and then all of a sudden you get pulled over and you get a speeding ticket. You're attracting all this negative energy to yourself. So now everybody's a flipping this and a flipping that and a effing this and a effing that. And everything about your world and everything you're doing is just cause and effect to what you aren't prepared for and what wasn't set forth for you as a platform by your parents, the people who are supposed to be providing for you by any means. Your parents are supposed to be delivering you from slavery. I'm talking to some of you young parents out there. If you have a newborn or you got a child 1 or 2 years old, do me a favor. Do not let that kid work for a living. Invest in your child. You work hard. You're a slave now. You want to bust your behind and set up a fiduciary future for your child where they can be economically and financially free. Do not let them enter slavery, because by the time they have to go get a job, you ever hear that? Go get a job. A lot of people tell their children, oh, you should get a job and learn how the economy works. Economy doesn't work with a job, because at a job, your company has economic stability. You don't. And you're taking a little small bit of pay for nothing. You know, and they're not even giving you enough money to empower yourself. No job is going to give an employee enough money to empower themselves. The only way you can empower yourself is you got two choices. One, you either get really good with investing your money on some level where you just know what you're doing and stuff like that, or you just become a hybrid, a hustler, and you sell goods on the side while you're working, and you continuously reinvest in yourself until you become worth more money. And it's just what you have to do. It's really just what you have to do. Okay? And within anywhere between 1 to 5 years, you should be able to tell your job, listen, right now watching this video, if it hasn't occurred to you, from the time I publish this video, this can be your day one. You have 5 years to get out of slavery. You can do it. Hustle. Take your money and invest in you. I'm not saying quit your job. I'm not telling you to quit your job. I'm telling you to get an action plan to get out of slavery now. The person who emailed me, the email was so heartfelt. I have to reach out to you. I really hope you're watching this video, because the truth of the fact of the matter is we're all at war. And the more we ignore that, the more circumstance will hit us. And I'm telling you people right now, if you don't have $1,000 saved up, get yourself an emergency $1,000. $1,500 if you can. Everything else, every time money comes in, you need to hustle it. You need to flip it. All right? There's a lot of opportunities for people out there to make money. You know, I'm going to defend them right now. A lot of people always call network marketing businesses pyramids, okay? Now, I want to say something about it. I don't care if it's Avon, Mary Kay, whatever business you're in. There's a few more. Let me tell you something. If more people were open to these opportunities, these businesses would thrive and everybody would have a piece of the pie. And people can make more money. Because buying and selling is a way of life. Goods and services will be here, excuse me, forever. People will always have a need. If you have a car, you'll always need to buy parts for that car. So buying and selling is always going to be a way of life. There's always going to be a need for everything. You're always going to need new clothes. You're always going to need something. And if the stock market ever crashed, it's not gold that's going to save you, because who's going to need gold at the stock market crash? What's really going to be in need is goods and services. Anybody who has a trust and a bond with society for providing quality goods and services, those are the people who are going to be wealthy when the stock market crash, because they have a talent and a skill set. A skill set is worth more than gold. So develop a skill set, develop a need, develop a strategy. Get yourself out of slavery. It should be at the forefront of your personality. It should be your priority list number one. If you are new parents and you have a child and your child is young, 2 years old, start a bank account for them immediately. Start stacking that money up. By the time they're 18, they're going to have a lot of money, but you're going to teach them little things. You know, rake leaves, do work around the house, exchange money, not an allowance. Don't give them allowance for nothing. Just give them money every time they do something. Pay them when they do something, all right? And then get them out there. I had a kid come and ask to rake my leaves or whatever, you know? And I was like, you know what? I decided, because I respect that kid, I'm going to let you rake my leaves. And, you know, how much do you want? He told me he only wanted $10. You know, I gave him only 11. I could have gave him more, but I did that for a reason. It's not because I didn't have the money to give him more than that. I did that for a reason. That's a lesson for him to learn. He asked for a specific amount of money, and that's what he felt like he was worth at that time. That's what he marketed me for. If he said anything a little higher, maybe I would change my mind, but he was smart about it. Now, the next thing is, get your kids out there. Teach them how the economy works, how to buy and sell, how to own, how to distribute. Okay? A lot of people don't understand the term conservative and what it really means. There's a lot of people out there running around saying, I'm conservative. Well, if you're a conservative, what is it that you own? What are you distributing? What are you redistributing? I'm not going to get too high into politics. I only stuck that out there because it kind of works on my topic. But the truth of the fact of the matter is, before you guys go pressing dislike, is basically you need to teach your children how to own. Teach them how not to be a slave. Teach them how to create goods and services. Teach them how to create a market. All right? Now, I'm going to go. Thank you for watching this video. Right now is the day where you need to start taking action. Make yourself an extra $200 to $300 a month and grow that. Keep flipping your money. All right? And then start investing. Your life depends on it, especially if you're poor. If you're born wealthy, if you're born into wealth, everything is done for you. You don't think about this. All right, I talk about this all the time. People, they go to work and they get like a 45-minute break or a half-hour break or hour break, and they're always rushing everywhere they are, unhappy. An entrepreneur doesn't do that. Every day is like, whatever. So if you want to be happy, you might have to start practicing a different set of rules. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video. And spread the message of truth out there, people. I know there might be some trolls that are going to come through to this video and start messing around. But let's keep it real. Let's keep it 100%. If you're about truth, then keep it real. And let's stop playing games. 1.